Hello, and welcome to episode 215 of Daryl Show Your Work. In this episode, I'll be applying an Allowlist to limit the number of trusted resources that an AI chatbot can access, all right, and then sanitize content prior to it reaching the actual LLM. All right, so this is going to address the RAG pipeline poisoning that I demonstrated in a prior video. But before I get started, if anyone watching needs hands-on cybersecurity experience to add to their resume or skills portfolio, go to get.ine.com/Daryl. Here you'll find several cybersecurity learning paths and certifications offered by INE, and they range from red teaming, blue teaming, junior, senior level pen testing, mobile and web application pen testing, digital forensics, instant response, system administration, and much more. All of these contain hands-on practical labs to not only apply your knowledge to, but to also help gain that valuable experience needed to land those desired cybersecurity roles. So apply my exclusive discount promo code INF100-BrooksTech at the checkout to receive 10% off any of your purchases with the exception of live virtual trainings. So that link and a promo code is going to be in the show notes below. And with no further ado, let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be confirming that all data sources are currently trusted. All right. So um, this is a rather lengthy command that I'm going to paste in here. So I already have this written out. So hopefully all the context, all the syntax here is correct and it runs appropriately. All right. And so what this code is going to do, what this command is going to do rather, so it's going to inject a poison test document into the API endpoint. So basically, it's similar to what I did in the previous video. So I'm going to put something in there, and I'm going to query the chat box to see will it come back with the incorrect results that I'm poisoning the RAG pipeline with. All right, so let's paste that in here. All right, so if this works correctly, all right, hold on, let me. Okay, anyway, um, so basically the ID for this for the poison document is going to be poison dash text. All right, and inside that document, all right, it says that the IT help desk availability um, um, with for tech corp IT support is that is only available for Monday through Friday 9 a.m. through 5 p.m. There are no after hours or weekend support, which isn't true. All right, so this is supposed to be a 24/7 operation, even on most recognized holidays. All right, and then this business line here is going to be incorrect, and I'm going to show what the actual um, correct information should be. All right, and then here we have an API endpoint. All right, it's going to be pointing to an API endpoint that says wiki unreviewed injected. All right, so that's it's going to be pointing to a different API point. And so part of this is that I'm going to create an allow list to only allow a certain API point to be referenced or to be accessed by the chat bot. But right now it doesn't have that in place. So let's see what happens. So if this works correctly, the output should be poison document added, which it is. All right. So let's test this out. All right. So let's open up a browser here. All right. So the chat bot is being it's being hosted at HTTP local host, and it's being hosted over port 8080. All right, and it's the same help desk AI that I've been using in some of my most recent videos. All right, so again, the wrong information has been entered in here, all right? And so let's see what happens if I ask it a basic question about the IT support's availability. So I'm gonna say IT, hold on, let me see, is IT support, a- and it goes my keyboard again, is IT support available on the weekends? All right. So remember, according to the information that I just uploaded to the API, it should come back and say that it's not. But let's see what happens. All right. So based on the answer here, it says unfortunately Corp IT support is only available Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. There are no after hours or weekend support. So basically it comes back with the exact message that I told it to come back with, basically returning the wrong information to the customer. So while this isn't necessarily something that's designed to maliciously extract information for certain things that's on the back end. It can lead to misleading information as far as other people who may use this AI. If they have the same questions about availability, well, if I just want to be chaotic here, all right, and just mislead them, then I can upload something like this into the back end. All right. So now I'm going to actually go into creating the allow list, and I'm also going to create a content sanitizer. So let's go into the source code of the chatbot. All right, and then all right, so under the folder, this is under desktop in the lab 3.2, and then helpdesk.app. This is the source code, this main.py the file, which is a Python file. So I'm going to right click and open with Mousepad. All right, we got that open. So let's scroll down to the rag source hardening section here. Okay, I think I went up too far. Okay, here we are. Okay, so this is where I'm going to put the actual allow list block of code. All right, so let's go to where I have that already written out here. All right, so again, this is going to be rather long. All right, let's copy that. All right, back into the source file. I'm going to paste it right here under rag source hardening. All right, so I'm going to explain what's going on here. So starting from the top, the allowed wiki paths, this defines my trust boundary. So any document whose source metadata does not start with wiki slash approved will be excluded. The sanitized document function strips malicious instructions and potentially unseen HTML comments, because again, so some of those comments cannot necessarily be seen with the human eye, but it can be read by because it is a machine language. It can still be read as text by the chatbot and processed. So again, we want to be able to sanitize that. So I've also going down here. We look see looking for those specific and phrases. Okay, so we look right here. All right, so the phrases system instruction, important note, and a mandatory requirement. These are commonly used within indirect injection payloads, so that they mimic the language used in an actual system prompts. So by filtering these out, it's going to add another layer of security, even if the document is passed. Documents past the initial source check. All right, so I'm adding that filter function in here too. So we have the approved allowed list. It's not going to allow anything else except for what's being what anything any API point that it has to start with wiki/approved in order for that for it to be for that wiki allow point to be excuse me that API endpoint to be accessed, all right, as a source. And then I've just added a few key phrases here to be filtered out. All right, so then the next thing that I want to do is I want to add some things to the rag pipeline. So let me go back here. All right, and I'm going to copy this block of code. All right, let's jump back to the source code. All right, now I want to find a section that says rag pipeline. It's directly under here. All right, and I'm going to basically paste over everything here. All right, let's paste over all of this. Okay, so I replaced that whole section of code. All right, so this code, it reads the source field from each results metadata, but skips the entirety if the is allowed source returns a false. So the content is then passed through the previously defined sanitized document function before appending it. All right. So that's what's going on here. All right, and so I'm going to save. It looks like this should be everything that I need to change here within the source code. So hopefully, uh, syntax wise, everything is straight, and hopefully all my spaces are the way they should be, because this thing is real sensitive and will blow up on you in a heartbeat. All right, so going back to the terminal here. I have to remember, just like previously, any and I just saved it, by the way. Any changes that I make to the source code, I need to restart the chatbot in order for those changes to be applied and to persist. All right. So in order to do so, I'm going to navigate to the source codes directory here, or at least to the beginning of that subdirectory, which is under laptop lab dot dash 3.2 dash harden, and then pipeline. All right, and so this is going to take me to where both the Docker container and the folder for the help desk AI is located, and this is where I'm going to restart everything to be able to for those changes to persist. All right. All right. So it looks like that's restarted. So crossing my fingers here. All right. Let's refresh the page. Yes. All right. So no. So everything's good as far as the syntax and spaces and everything with the code that I've added to the source code. All right. So the next thing that I want to do here is actually I need to go back now that I know that everything is good. I want to go back to the terminal here. So before, in the beginning of the video, where I uploaded I uploaded the poison document into a different API endpoint. This time I'm going to upload the correct information into an allowed API endpoint. So let's go back here to Mousepad, and then to where I have everything jotted down. And then I'm gonna paste this in. And again, like I promised at the beginning of the video, I'm gonna go over what the real information is, or the real the hours of operation is. All right, so let's paste that here. All right, so we can see here that that the ID for this is help desk hours. So the document, the contents of the document here, it reads, which differs from before, is that Tech Corp IT help desk availability. All right, is our IT support team is available 24/7, including weekends and public holidays. For urgent issues at any time, contact the help desk directly through the chat portal or submit a ticket, and an agent will respond promptly. So it doesn't even give a phone number here. So it makes you wonder, in that poison version of the document, what number were people calling? So I may have to take back what I initially said, is that that it could still be used as a actually as a social engineering tactic. All right, so someone could potentially be phishing. All right, which means a voice or version of phishing. Someone could be adding a number in there and pretending to be the help desk, and then be using that as a way to gain credentials or other vital information from legitimate users, to then use later, as far as trying to penetrate through the controls of the defenses of the actual back end systems of the chatbot. All right, so let's hit enter. Now, if I hit enter and everything works correctly, all right, this uploads correctly, it's going to come back with a message saying approved document added. So let's see. All right, and as D came back with the approved document added, we can see right here that that's been done. All right, so I can verify that that this is now operational within the help desk. So I'm going to ask it the same question as I did in the beginning. Um, is IT support available on the weekends? Let's see what it says. Huh, okay. I don't know why I did that. Let's try that again. Sometimes chatbot would do its own thing and and, and do add wacky on you. So let's add that again. Let me see. Not sure why it came back with that result. There we go. Okay. So it says, yes, IT support is available 24/7, including weekends and public holidays. If you have an issue, feel free to contact us directly, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So basically, we can see that now that the correct information is returned, in spite of the previously poisoned document being loaded into the ChromaDB vector database. So the poisoned document is being excluded at the source check, since the only allowable wiki path is the wiki slash approved API endpoint. All right. So please like, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, show your work. And please take advantage of the exclusive 10% discount with all your INE purchases, except for live virtual trainings at their site. You will not be disappointed with the hands on skills you will receive. And until next time, take care of yourself, and God bless.